When and how did you come into contact with this topic, and when did you decide to make a movie about this topic?
Just look around. What do you see? Is it good or bad architecture? This is what the question. You open your window every morning. You like it or you hate it, or you don't, or you like scared, or you depressed, or you happy to be born here, to live here, right? So, it's actual. It's like this number one. I remember I opened window one time, and I saw people painting buildings in front of me, and they're painting it in pink, which is not supposed to be in St. Petersburg. In St. Petersburg, you cannot paint building in pink. And I suddenly imagine conversation of two buildings. And one building saying to another, look at these idiots, they're painting me pink. I'm staying here 200 years. Now they decided I'm pink. In another building answer, don't worry, they're gonna die soon. There'll be new idiots, they will probably, or new better people, they will put you again in light green or yellow. I imagine these comic situations that two buildings are talking, and this is how I start to think about architecture.
How was the process of writing the script?
You know, European filmmaking is based on fake basics. European filmmaker documentary based on the fact that you have to write script, which is, in my opinion, impossible to do in documentary. Actually, everyone knows that you cannot write script in documentary, but everyone force you to write script in documentary. They know it's impossible, but they force you to write fake script. Otherwise, they will not give you money. So what you do, you write fake script. For example, what is going to happen here during 1 year in this place? I don't know. Maybe asteroid will fall. Maybe water will come out from the water. Maybe whatever will happen. Maybe gay parade will here. Naked people will dance here. Whatever will happen, I have no clue. But people who give you money, they say, no, you have to write script. What we do, we make a fake script. They know that it's fake script. Then they take fake script and they make fake budget. And they give you money because you're very good of making fake script and fake budget. Everyone knows this, that you are getting million, not because you know what you're gonna film, because you are good in faking script and faking budget. This is the basic of documentary today in Europe, and I think it should time came to change it. Because filmmaker, documentary filmmaker, needs to have freedom to discover something, to come, to smell, to feel, to have intuition. I need to go this corner. I know something will happen. I know something will happen here. And he needs freedom to be open to learn and to surprise himself, first of all. Not to just to go script. I don't write scripts. I write 1 page maximum. I told you, I start with 2 buildings talking. This was my first idea. 2 buildings are talking, and then from there I start to think.
Did you know this place before, or you searched them?
I wanted to make comedy in the first place, comedy. As I told you, 2 buildings are talking, right? And I made 1 episode, comic episode in Mexico City. So my film was about, originally, was how idea becoming reality. What is the gap between artistic idea and real building? But then pandemic came, and I realized comedy doesn't work anymore. We live in serious time. And I start to film empty New York. Have you ever seen empty Broadway? Without people, without cars, without commercial, without anything. I film it. But then war started. And I realized even empty New York is not enough. So then I start to think about something more serious. And I start to think about ruins. And if you think about ruins, then you immediately remember, do you know what is ruinism? It was in history of art, ruinism. It was Piranesi, for example. And then we found aesthetic, black and white aesthetic of Piranesi. And we decided to visit location he was making in his pictures. No one believed him. When he made his pictures, no one believed that it's a real picture. People say, no, you invented it. And I visited. He is not invented it. They are like photography, precise like photography.
How did you do that? Like, for example, the stones are rolling and stuff, because I don't think that you sat there and waited till something happened. And how did you do that?
You need about 4 seconds to understand the person who goes in front of you, good person or bad person, for you. Do you want to talk to him or never? 4 seconds. They used to think it's 8 seconds. Now they prove it's 4 seconds only. So our brain is connected to eyes so strongly. Our eyes are really big machine. We read a lot, and it's coming from our animal. We are animals in a way, right? Animals, they know when they see predator or they see someone who can be their food. Animals, if they see predator, they immediately scan it and they run. So you don't have time. You just need to look and get it.
Okay, but you use very strong sound design. You can hear everything very clearly, and it seems very important to you.
Imagine now, we are talking about something, you and me. We pretend we have serious topic, right, about cinema, right? Imagine he's crying now and saying, oh, something happened to my liver, oh shit. And we don't pay attention to him. We don't see him. But we can hear that someone saying, ah, yeah. And we continue to talk about cinema. Just 1 minute before we hear this, we were good people we were intelligent people talking about cinema. And when we put this sound in same image, we became muscles, right? Someone asking to help him. And we continue to talk about cinema. We didn't change image. We just changed sound. And meaning of the image, different. That's why I use sound. Sometimes I made film without music. My previous film, no music, no words. My next film, no music, no words. Okay. Music in my case, there are a few ways to use music. For example, did you see Oppenheimer? What about music there? 60% of the film is music, which tells you what to feel. I'm not judging. Everyone has a right to spoil his life in the way he wants. But in my opinion, music should not help image to become stronger, but should make image different. So with music, Without music, it's one image. With music, it's different image, different meaning. So I like when music changing perspective of how you see, but not to make it more. What I do normally, I made an image, then I put real sound, then I take away this sound, and I put any other sound, and I watch what happens. Then I take it away, and I put totally different sound, and I see what happens with image. And then I do it 10 times. I put totally different sound, and then I see how image change meaning. And then I know which music to use in order not to be manipulative and illustrative neither. So it's not, sometimes it works, sometimes I have made mistake.
So what would you recommend to young filmmakers?
If you are a young filmmaker, there are, forgive me to quote myself, there are 10 rules of filmmaking I made 10 years ago. If you Google Kossakovsky, 10 rules of documentary filmmaking, you can see some ideas how you can do this. The number 10 is like this: don't listen to Kossakovsky. Everything he said is garbage. Find your own rules.